Hi guys, long time no speak. I'm back. So I decided to, after watching many and many of YouTube videos, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm watching all these YouTube videos. Why am I not recording my own YouTube videos anymore? I guess I kind of got just in a rut, I guess, and I'll get into that. But yes, I'm back. I'm recording a video. I cannot guarantee that I'll record one every day or every few days, but I know that I want to come back on here and I really want to continue my whole weight loss journey, as well as throw in a lot of other things as well. Like I still might review some stuff like I was before, but I kind of want to review a lot of healthy, conscious weight loss products as well. Hopefully, people can get inspired from that. Like I have been inspired watching other YouTube videos, and I might change it up and mix it up on here. But so where I've been, I think the last video I recorded was over a year ago. Sorry, but I started the just a recap for anybody that's new. I had weight loss surgery in 2016, 2015, January 2015. I think it's been 3 years. Yes. So January 2015, I had weight loss surgery. What inspired me to do it is because I always said to myself, if I ever got to that point where I kind of just felt like I was struggling to even just walk up a flight of steps, that I definitely would want to do something. And I had tried dieting and I've tried exercise, and it was a struggle. So at my highest weight, I was 310 pounds, and I decided to have weight loss surgery. Before surgery, you kind of have to go 2 weeks, I'm sorry, of detoxing your liver and defatting it. So your liver sits on top of your stomach. So what happens is you have to try to lose as much weight as possible in that 2 weeks on a low-fat diet. They recommend just smoothies, which was very hard, low sugar smoothies with a lot of protein to kind of kill that appetite for 2 weeks, and leafy vegetables, no starch, no potatoes, things like that. And what happens is you have that for 2 weeks and your liver gets smaller. So it's much safer to do the surgery because, like I said, your liver sits on top of your stomach. And the surgery I had was the gastric sleeve, where they basically your stomach is a sack, kind of like a football, and they cut it lengthwise, so it ends up looking like a banana. It's much thinner, so not as extreme as gastric bypass, but more evasive than the lap band surgery. So I had that done and I started losing weight, and my goal was to hit Wonderland, but I didn't get there. But yes, my lowest was 211 pounds, which 211 pounds I don't really count as my lowest, because when I was doing the green smoothie challenge, which you guys had seen me kind of do a few smoothies on here. And to me, drinking fruits and vegetables, whether you're 100 pounds or whether you're 500 pounds, for 2 weeks, just drinking no protein, green leafy, and a couple fruits, anybody's going to lose weight. But as soon as you start eating again, you'll gain weight. So I think those type of challenges or diets, or however you want to look at it, you do more for detoxing. If you maybe recently ate a lot of junk or gone on vacation, you just kind of want to detox and start again, I would recommend that more than for losing weight. Because once you start eating in, even if you're trying to eat healthy conscious, you still will gain weight, which is what happened. I was 211 and then I gained back like 5 pounds. So my lowest weight besides the 211 pounds was always between 215 to 219 pounds. I really fluctuated between that weight depending on, time of day, week, month, whatever, but that was around what I was. And then I started playing a game called Ingress, and I was doing a lot of walking, and that also helped. But with the walking came, I literally was out my house after work until like 2 a.m. or sometimes on weekends all day, and I started eating like it's a walking game. So you're outside all the time and you just kind of grab whatever's out there. And I started like, oh, here's some pizza. Oh, here's this or here's that. So the walking kind of combated the poor eating, I guess. But it did get some bad habits back. I would say some of my bad habits that I kind of wasn't eating when I wasn't playing that game. Not blaming the game or anything, disclaimer, but it's just for me, a lot of my bad habits came back. So after the winter hit and I slowed down on playing the game, because it's very difficult to play a game walking when it's cold, and I wasn't into it. So I kind of slowed down on the game, and even now I don't play as much. But what happened was I noticed that I started gaining weight. And you don't notice that at first when you gain weight. You kind of don't realize that now you used to be 219 and now you're 225, because you're like, oh, it's only a few pounds. But what really made me take notice was recently, I would say around October of last year, November, no, actually even before then, I would say last year around February, March, that I said like, I'm gaining weight. And what happened was I finally decided to weigh myself at home, because you kind of out of sight, out of mind, you don't want to know. But I said, stop being a big baby. I weighed myself and I was 245 pounds. So I'm like, okay, let's say 220 for argument's sake instead of 219. I gained about 25 pounds, and that freaks me out, because you go through weight loss surgery and the recovery is no joke. To gain weight again, it's very easy to gain weight, and then you think, okay, I gained weight and now I'm back to being 200, 300 pounds. Like, it was a very scary feeling. So what I did was I went to my doctor. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. When I had surgery at NYU Lango and Health with Dr. Ren Fielding, she was my surgeon for having weight loss surgery. However, there's another part of that practice where it's the non-surgical weight loss side. And I didn't do it before, but I decided to do it now because there was no way I was cutting off any more of my stomach. Like, that was just not an option for me. So I went there, and it's run by Dr. Holly Lofton, who is an amazing, intelligent woman and physician. And basically her team of nurse practitioners and PAs, they work with you on kind of healthy eating, and I kind of had an advantage, I think, because I still have the surgery. It's not like my sleeve is stretched out where I can eat as much as I was before, because I still get full, very full very quickly, but I was just eating the wrong things, which caused me to gain weight. Like, I could eat a pack of M&Ms and I'll be full, but what is that doing for you? Might as well eat a piece of fish or a piece of chicken and be full, and at least that is healthier than chocolate and peanuts. But I digress. So I went there. I think I started going there in June of 2017. And I started with that program, and it kind of really helped me. They talk about a lot of things and how to lose weight. And they have something called the New You program, where basically you're followed by every 2 weeks, you go to a nutritionist, and they provide you with tools, and they weigh you every 2 weeks, and meal basically replacements that help you with losing weight. I wanted to do it. However, the cost was kind of expensive. It was $250 for a 3-month program, or $450 for a 6-month program, in addition to buying the food. So I did 3 months. I signed up for 3 months, but I had to wait until this year, January, simply because with my insurance, I was not ready for that last year. So I kind of just followed them. I fluctuated with losing like 2 to 3 pounds. I really didn't lose a lot just going to the office once a month, even with all the help that they gave me. So once it was time to change my benefits, I did that for this year, and I joined the New You program, and I'm going to talk about that and what it is. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but I will definitely touch on what it is. So I joined the New You program January 20th of this year. So basically the New You program is helping you eat low carb, which low carb is so much easier said than done, because every single thing you put in your mouth has carbs besides like water and black coffee. So basically this New You program is you're going on the keto diet. I don't know if you guys know what the keto diet is, but I'm just going to read it really quickly. I just Googled what is keto diet. It's on rules.me. It says the keto diet is well known for being a low carb diet where the body produces ketones in the liver to be used as energy. So basically your body uses all the carbs and the sugar for your energy, your day-to-day energy. When you wake up, when you do whatever, your body is burning carbs. However, if you have no carbs or low carbs in your body, your body is now using fat, as explained to me also by the nutritionist there, for your energy instead of using carbs. So basically it's referred to many different names, but ketogenic, low carb diet, low carb, high fat, LCHF. So when you eat something high in carbs, your body produces glucose and insulin. Glucose is the easiest molecule for your body to convert as energy. Since glucose is being used as the primary energy, your fat is not needed. Therefore, they store fat. Typically on a normal high carb diet, the body will use glucose as the main form of energy, but lowering your intake of carbs, the body is induced in a state of ketosis. Ketosis is a natural process of the body that initiates to help us survive when food intake is low. During this state of ketosis, when your body is producing ketones, which are produced from the breakdown of fats in the liver, basically the end goal is where your body is now using all the fat stored as energy and you are losing weight rapidly. When I say rapidly, I don't mean like 10 pounds every week. I just simply mean more than 2 pounds every few months when you're still eating carbs. So I joined the New You program. I have been on it since the mid-January, and currently I started the program at 242 pounds, and currently I'm 215 pounds as of today. Today is Sunday, March 18th. It is March 18th. So I would say in a little less than 2 months, a month and a half or so, I have lost about 25 pounds, give or take. So when you first know you're in ketosis, which it takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks, depending on the person, you're using the bathroom like crazy, you're peeing very frequently. I would say I was basically peeing like every 10 minutes, because the first thing you lose is the water weight. And then afterwards, you are definitely, the peeing slows down. The first week, when your body's kind of getting rid of all the carbs, you kind of feel lethargic. I felt terrible at work, and I don't mean terrible like sick. I just felt like I couldn't keep my eyes open. I felt like I was doing like all up all night. Like it was really bad. And after a week to a week and a half, that definitely passes. So it's nothing that is permanent, but it's something that you're at work, and I was like slumped over sometimes like this, and I was just a mess. So after that, your body gets in a state of ketosis. Now, according to some places that I have Googled, it says to basically be in ketosis, your body needs to take in about 20 to 50 carbs a day, and no more than that. But when I signed up for the program, and you kind of have like an informational session, you meet with a nutritionist, and they recommend with this New You program 50 to 80 carbs a day. They say if you go over 80 carbs, your body gets knocked out of ketosis. So once you get knocked out of ketosis, it takes about a week for your body to adjust again and get back in it. So that just simply means that if you are in ketosis and you are losing weight, every day I notice I lose about a pound now. It was more rapidly when I first started because it was a lot of water weight. But every day I weigh myself and I pretty much lose a pound. So that could be up to 5 to 7 pounds a week, which is really great. But if you are on a weight loss journey and you decide that, hey, I'm in ketosis, so every day I'm losing about a pound or so, and then of course if you're working out it will be more, but you decide that you want that slice of cake. That slice of cake probably has about 50 carbs in it. So if you have already eaten stuff throughout the day, maybe you've had 30 carbs already or 40 carbs already, and now the slice of cake you have 50, and now you're at 90 carbs or you're at 100 carbs, you are knocked out of ketosis. So now, was that slice of cake worth it, where for a week now you won't be in ketosis and you will not be losing weight? This is, of course, if you're not exercising, because right now I'm walking. I walk every day from like 14th to 30th Street back and forth, but still that's not a lot of walking. I'm not breaking a sweat, it's just walking. I definitely need to start increasing my physical activity, but still, was that cake worth it? No. I mean, there will be times I have been knocked out of ketosis before. I had people over like 3 weeks ago, and it was like a big slumber party type thing, and people ordering pizza and they ordering wings, and there's junk food, and I had wings because it's less carbs than pizza, but at the same time, you know, you're laughing, you're joking, and then you have that one thing that's like, crap, this has like 40 carbs, but I already had, you know, my carb intake for the day, so you get knocked out. So I have been knocked out of ketosis before. It's not the end of the world, but you have to just feel like not every week you should be knocked in and out, because then you will really not be benefiting from this low carb diet. So I'm just going to show you a few things that they do provide, because every 2 weeks I get an order sheet and I pick the things that I want. I have tried pretty much everything that they offer. There are some things that I absolutely do not like, and there's some things that are tolerable. Nothing is like, oh my God, this is amazing, but you make it work. The good thing about it that I find for myself, and that I have heard from other people that do this, and other people, and also the nutritionist, once you have, your body is not really taking in carbs as much, you don't crave it as much. And once you're in ketosis, you don't get as hungry as much. So that is a good thing, that I do not crave the carbs as much as I did. I absolutely still get cravings. Let's be totally honest. I still get cravings, especially around that time of the month, but I do still get cravings. They're just not as strong. And most of the time I could just, out of sight, out of mind, if I'm really like, I want some chips or I want this or that, I have snack bars that they provide, and I could eat one of that with some water, and it really helps. So the first thing is, these are from New Direction. That's what it says on the box, New Direction. And this is the, you get a box of 7, so you pick 2 boxes. Because I've had weight loss surgery and you're supposed to have 3 of their meals, this is what they recommend at the place that I go, 3 of these ready meals and 1 of your own low carb cooked meals, which I absolutely look forward to. But because I've had weight loss surgery and I do get full still easily, I find myself having maybe 2 of their meals and 1 of mine. And so I always have leftover products. So I don't always get the recommended amount of product every 2 weeks. I kind of adjust according to what I need and what I'm out of. I do have a lot of product left over that I absolutely do not like, but I will not throw it out. It will not go to waste. I'm going to have to suck it up and eat it at one point when my 3 months is over. So this is a weight loss. This is the beverage packet. It's this size, you know, and you're really supposed to, the instructions are empty contents into a packet, of 1 packet into a large glass, add 9 ounces of cold water, stir. No, absolutely no way will I have it like that. I tried it that way the first time. It was absolutely gross. So what I do, So what I do is I have a Nutri Ninja. So I do not use water. If I do use water, it's half the water and something else. So a few things that I found, that's mocha. That's the most tolerable one for me. The vanilla is kind of sweet, but I do use the vanilla also. The chocolate, there's other flavors that I do not like, but everybody has their own opinion. So what I do is I buy unsweetened almond milk, which unsweetened almond milk has less than a carb. Less than a carb, sometimes 1 carb for a full cup. So I usually about 3/4 of unsweetened, and that's the key, unsweetened almond milk. And I use that, I pour that in my Nutri Ninja cup, and the packet, a little bit of water to make up the rest of the ounces. Sometimes right now I have this concentrated cold brew that I got from Javalia, and that actually is 2 carbs for a half a cup, I think. So, I mean, you're going to have carbs in certain things. These packets, these beverage packets are 10 carbs. They're about 20, let me see, because I think they're all about the same amount of protein. 27 grams of protein. So that definitely fills me up. 27 grams of protein and 10 carbs. So I add that, and I add ice, and I blend it up, and it's like a nice thick shake. So that's what I have in the morning, simply because I'm not a big breakfast person. So in the morning, I definitely can have that. Lunch is usually what I cook from the night before. The other day I had a New York strip, which I cooked with sauteed onions, and I put olive oil in a little spray bottle, and I sprayed that. Salt and pepper really doesn't count as carbs. You still want to be low on salt, but that doesn't count. And as well as other spices, maybe they have 1 carb depending on the spice. But I had that, and I sliced it, so I had half for dinner and then half for lunch next day. And I had it with vegetables. I sauteed spinach, mushrooms, and zucchini with garlic, a little salt and pepper. So that was absolutely amazing, and that was about 2 carbs also. And meat is usually, unless you bread it and fry it, usually very low carb, if any carbs, which you still have to be careful of calories and fat content, but you know, my focus is the carbs. So I had that, and it's filling, and it was amazing. I still do have carbs. Like, there's certain times where I plan throughout my day. Like, for instance, certain days that I definitely do want, like sweet potato, for instance. I had a sweet potato and I baked it, and I want to say a half cup or whole sweet potato is like 25 carbs. Do not quote me on that, because I use MyFitnessPal, but I cannot remember everything. But I can't eat a whole sweet potato, so I did a quarter of that, a cup of that, which ended up being like 9 carbs. So I had that with a piece of baked chicken, which was no carbs, no skin on it either, and just no added butter or sugar or anything like that, just a sweet potato. And I had it with sauteed broccoli and kale. So that was my lunch, and it was great, and it was 9 carbs, which, like I said, these New Direction things are 10. I also have the cream of chicken soup. This is the only soup that I like. The other ones are absolutely disgusting to me, but it's a personal preference. It's the same thing as 27 grams of protein, and it has 10 carbs. And then we get these little, and all these boxes come with 7, because, you know, it's like every 2 weeks, so you buy 2 of each. And I have these little snack bars. These are absolutely a lifesaver. Sometimes when I'm at work, this is the size of it. This one is a fudge graham bar, and it doesn't have that proteiny taste, but it tastes good. It's not a Snickers, but it will kill your hunger craving, and it's sweet, and it's something like, you know, you think you want a piece of candy, and you have this. This is 15 grams of protein, but these ones are 18 grams of carbs. You're only allowed 1 a day, so you have to be really careful with your carb intake. Sometimes if I know I'm going out to dinner, I will not have one of those throughout the day, because sometimes when you go out to dinner, even though you will stay away from rice, stay away from the starches, stay away from the carbs, you still can't account for what, when you're eating out, what kind of they put in their food when they're cooking it. So you have to be really careful. So I plan accordingly. Okay, just so this won't be an hour-long video, let me speed it up because I'm almost at 25 minutes. So, okay, so as we know, you still love to snack. Unfortunately, you still get that craving, but I have taken to Amazon and looked up a lot of like low-carb options and keto safe options for snacks. So I just want to share a couple of them with you. I got these they're called Fat Snack Cookies. Fat Snacks with an X Cookies. Eat fat to get fit. This is so cool. So it's low carb, sugar-free, keto. It says it on there. I got 12 low carb cookies. I got the variety pack. So it's ginger, turmeric, chocolate chip, and peanut butter. So they are absolutely really, really good. This is what they look like. They come in a little pack. 2 come in a pack. The serving size is 1 cookie. So keep in mind that if you eat 2, you are eating 2 servings. So you have to double everything that's on here as far as the nutritional information. So it's 110 calories per cookie. This is the peanut butter. And it is 9 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of saturated fat. And it is, the net carbs are 1 gram. But I want to see the regular carbs. I don't go for net carbs. So total 6 grams of carbs in one of the peanut butter cookies. I think the ginger turmeric ones, if I'm not mistaken, that's 8 carbs. And I think that's the highest one. So I ate the chocolate. So that is that. And that's not bad because they're definitely, when you eat them, you don't, it's not a lot of sugar, but that's okay. Cause sometimes your mind is just playing tricks on you and you really just want something to snack on. So if I could eat something for 8 carbs, a snack, it's lower than my, my snack bars from the nutritionist, by all means. And I also got something which I'm still on the lookout for because I love chips. These are Quest by Quest. These are Quest protein chips. They have 20 grams of protein, baked, never fried. And the serving size is 1 bag and 4 grams of fat, and it has 5 grams of carbs. I can never eat the whole bag in one sitting. I usually just eat about 4 to 5 chips in here. It's 1 1/8 of an ounce, 32 grams in here. One thing I can say about that, it's great. It came in a box of 8 from Amazon at a really good price. However, it tastes proteiny. I guess 20 grams of protein, like I eat it, and at first you taste sour cream and onion. Yes, it has a bad aftertaste for me. So I usually cannot eat them by themselves. The other day I had them as a snack with a piece of Swiss cheese and a piece of turkey on it. That was amazing. It tasted great like that. And ice cream. Ice cream is my other weakness. But now I find that sometimes I just want a spoonful and I'm good. But that spoonful can be detrimental when you're on keto. So Halo Top, if you've ever seen Halo Top, they are low calorie, low fat, and low carb ice cream. And I went to the supermarket fully intending to buy Halo Top, but it was like $4.99 or something, whatever, for a pint, which is average. But this was on sale at $2.50. So I went with this. This is Enlightened. This is mint chocolate chip. Enlightened, the good for you ice cream. 80 calories per serving. More protein, less sugar. So this serving is a half of a cup, which I don't really eat a half. I usually eat a quarter. But you get 80 calories in a half of a cup and you get 15 grams of carbs. So you're looking at this and you're like, wow, 15 carbs. It's still not bad if you don't have the snack bar that you get. Like, I don't have my snack bar. I plan accordingly. Or even on the fly, if I had the snack bar and you need a tracking app. I use MyFitnessPal. So, sometimes I look at MyFitnessPal, I'm like, damn, I really want ice cream. And I look at MyFitnessPal and I'm up to like 60 grams of carbs for the day. A spoonful usually does it for me. So I take a spoonful and it kind of hit that craving. A spoonful is what, a little less than a quarter of a cup, maybe 1/8 of a cup, I guess, if you have a decent sized spoon. So a half serving would be about 8 carbs. So let's say about 4. Not bad. Sometimes you just need that little taste of something. You don't need the whole thing. So yeah, so those are some of my low carb options that I have been doing with keto. There are some things you have to stay away from. You have to stay away from starchy vegetables. Like you say, oh, I'm eating vegetables, so it's low carb. No, Corn, potatoes, I'm sorry, no. Cauliflower is a great substitute. Trust me, guys. If you have Trader Joe's, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, they have cauliflower rice. If you don't feel like making your own, they have in the frozen aisle, they have a cauliflower pizza dough that's already made out of cauliflower. It's low carb and you can make your own pizza. Obviously, you want to stay away from, if you put tomato sauce, you want to go for a lower sugar option, tomato sauce, because carbs sneak up on you in your sauces. You think you're not eating chips, you're not eating potatoes, you're not eating corn, you're doing low carb. Watch the sauces that you put on meats, what you put on your stuff. Yesterday I had a really great, amazing cheeseburger. And I know you're thinking, cheeseburger. What I did was, I can't eat a whole burger after surgery. I couldn't anyway. So what I did was I took the cheeseburger, I cut it in half, and I cut it in half again, so a quarter, and I took off the top bun. So just the bottom bun was, I think about 8 carbs, which is not bad. The cheese is like a carb. The whole meal was about 13, 14 carbs, including the 3 French fries that I ate. So it's not necessarily saying that you have to just give up completely all your favorite foods, but you have to eat them in moderation. You cannot just eat a whole cheeseburger with the bun, because that's pushing you over your carbs, unless that's the only thing you're eating for the day, which is not healthy. You should definitely not eat 1 meal a day. Also fruits, I love them, but you have to be careful. I was putting a half a banana sometimes in my smoothie. Do you know a banana, the average size banana has about 24 grams of carbs? A mango has like 30 grams of carbs. I'm not saying give up fruit, but you have to be careful. Dried fruit like cranberries that I used to love to put in my salad, nah. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I'll find a different substitute. So this is a long video already. I already passed the half-hour mark, but I definitely wanted to share some of the things that I've been doing. I would love to give you guys a body shot right now, but I don't know if I'll be able to. My mirror's right here, maybe, because I'm recording on my cell phone right now. But let's try. So I'm at 215. Right now I'm doing the keto diet. After my membership, my 3-month membership is up, I'm still following the regular doctor, so I'll be able to buy the product. But this is kind of like, I needed something extreme to kick the cravings, to help me, because I fully intend to still be on low carb. Even if I'm not eating this stuff, I just definitely don't crave it anymore. I rather in the morning, if I am eating food, have some eggs with some turkey bacon and maybe some sauteed mushrooms, then eat a donut. Yes, that donut is satisfying. Yes, it tastes great, but you are going to be hungry much quicker than if you just ate the eggs. So yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below about doing keto. If you're interested, if you are, maybe you have some tips for me, that would be great. So I'm going to attempt right now to do a body shot. One thing I don't like about this camera is I can't switch back and forth to selfie mode, but I'm just going to turn it here. Wearing a dress. If you can see, body shot, frontal. Let's do this way. Not the best lighting, but I'll live. So yeah, so like I said, now I'm 215. So I'm pretty much back to what I was before I started gaining weight at 215. 16 pounds until Wonderland. That's all I can say. I can't say what my goal weight is now, because you get there. I say 175, but I don't know if maybe at 180 I'll be happy. Like, I don't know. You can't look at what is recommended when you look up those little tables, because really at my height, 5'1", I should be 105 pounds. I think I would look sick. But I do love my curves, and I embrace it. I embrace anyone who loves their curves or loves being skinny. It's up to you. It's your body. I just know comfortably I would probably want to be maybe a size 12 to be comfortable. And then we'll take it from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you subscribe. I'm sorry I've been MIA, but it tends to be here more often. I'm shaking the camera because I'm holding now my little tripod thing. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.